Well, good morning, everybody. Happy to see you. Welcome back. I'll get seniors out of here by 7:30. Don't worry, I'll go quick. Yeah, well, you know, a lot of people were sending me emails saying, "Hey, we have senior sunrise." Okay, sunrise is at like 6:30, but I guess if you can't figure out when the sunrise is, you know, I love you on it. Okay, so I'm recording this, so if you miss anything, you can go back and I'll post it on Schoology. Welcome. I'm Mr. Stirrup. There's no surname with my name. It's just Stirrup. Deal? Okay. Mr. Stirrup, he's an old guy who lives in Arizona. It's my dad. So this is the medical careers class. My goal for this class, I'm going to bring in all kinds of medical professionals to talk to you. I have some of my presenters are former students, which I absolutely love because they were students just like you years ago who took this exact same class. Come on in, closer up is better. Who took this exact same class, and now they're in the medical community being doctors, nurses, PAs, technicians, firefighters. I mean, it's really cool what this class offers. My biggest goal for this class, if you can answer this question, and don't worry, it's not a pop quiz, but at the end of the semester, if you can answer this question one of two ways, this class did its job. And the question is, medicine is something I want to do, or class was fine, don't want to do medicine. If we can answer that question for you, I'm going to save you a lot of time in college, if you choose to go to college. But I'm a person who likes options. Give me options. Let me know what all my options are, and let me make my best decision based on that. And I think that's kind of a cool thing. I am a math teacher here as well. My office is down in the pit. I'm in the 500 hallway. So you're always welcome to come by and say hello. Some of you might even have me as a math teacher or had me as a math teacher. So come on in, guys. So basically, long and short of this, I don't want to go read it, but 8 years ago, I was down at Chaparral High School. Before that, I had started this medical class at Chaparral High School. I had started this class I was diagnosed with a wonderful, wonderful disease. It's called ulcerative colitis. Okay? Ulcerative colitis, some of you might have digestive problems. Some of you might know people who have it. Ulcerative colitis is a disease, and excuse my terminology, but you can't trust a fart. I kid you not. You can giggle at you can laugh at me all you want. It's not a big deal. But I was at my doctor's appointment, my gastroenterologist, and said, "Hey, I got some students during an advisory like we have here that want to hear about being a doctor. Would you like to come in and talk to my kids?" He goes, No. My senior partner would. And his senior partner is the gentleman right here. It's Dr. Pete Baker. I know his granddaughter is in this class. Is she here? Hello. So I'm going to speak a lot about your grandfather, if that's okay. Give me a thumbs up if that's okay. All right. So, Dr. Baker, the appointment that I had to check with my gastroenterologist was supposed to be like, "Oh, yeah, feels good. Okay, good, bye." And it turned into about a 2.5-hour conversation. And Dr. Baker had been speaking at this type of class at Arapahoe High School. I know, Arapahoe. Since 1975. So it's been around a long time. So we stole the idea from Arapahoe High School and created it at Chaparral. And then 8 years ago, Ron Peterson, who was the principal of Chaparral High School, might be one of your neighbors, I don't know. He was then the director of schools, so he was one of the superintendents in this district. And he says, "Chris, do me a favor." My first name's Chris. I said, "What's that?" And he goes, "Will you come and talk about what this medical class is to the school board of Cherry Creek Schools?" Well, that's cool. From the school board? I know there's a school board in all districts, but I don't really go to the meetings. Not because I don't like them, it's just there's things that take place, and I'm busy. So I said, sure. And he goes, bring many of the doctors who represent your class. So I brought Dr. Pete Baker, Dr. Michael Hunt, and a couple of other heads of surgery, heads of hospitals. And they came, and we sat before the school board for Cherry Creek Schools, and all the principals in the school district were invited. And one showed up. That was Principal Silva. And so I talked, and the people I brought spoke for about 3.5 hours about what this class does for kids. Ron Peterson says to me, we want you to come. Ryan Silva said, I want this in my building. So I was hired and then after May was up, I was left. Chaparral came here. We've not looked back. This is a great place for kids. That's Dr. Hunt. That's Brian Taylor. You'll meet Brian later this semester. He's a Navy SEAL and a nurse. Outstanding individual. He's my favorite presentation because I was like, dude, you're a Navy SEAL. That's so cool. Yeah, but I'm a nurse too. Yeah, but you're a Navy SEAL. So that's kind of the Chris Stirrup problem with that. That's Ron Peterson right there, who was my former principal. And then we actually nominated Dr. Baker for 7 Everyday Hero when we were at Chaparral, and that happened. Unfortunately, Dr. Baker has passed away. Dear friend of mine. This is Dr. Taghi. This is Dr. Baker. Dr. Baker came to pretty much every class that we had. He would show up each morning listening to his colleagues speak and just loved it. And he offered so much for kids. And it was one of the biggest gifts I ever got to meet with Dr. Baker. Incredible human being. So his vision for this class will continue. Okay, I got 9 years till I retire, or until I can retire. My wife said, are you going to really retire in 9 years? I said, if I stop having fun, I'm retiring. What if you're still having fun? Not going to do it. All right, so class, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Technically, the class, to say it meets contact time, goes from 7 to 8:10. It's very rare that we'll stay here until 8:10, okay? There is a final exam. It's on Schoology. It's the hardest test you will ever see. And I'm not trying to say that to scare you, but I took questions from the MCAT and the nursing exam and other exams to put it on there, to just put it out there. Now, if you want to get 100% on this final, I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it. You ready? You're going to go to the question. You still with me on this problem? You're going to highlight the entire question. Are you still with me? This is talking about on a computer, yes? You're then going to type it in Google on a search engine. You're going to take the entire question and you're going to put it in quotes. Still with me? It will get you the answer. Now, I'm not telling you because Google's going to be there for you when you're taking the MCAT. I just want to expose you. If you truly kind of want to take a look saying, oh my gosh, look at this question, that's fine. You haven't had the education yet to pass the MCAT. And that's okay. I just want you to kind of earmark what kind of questions will come your way to get into medical school or to get into nursing school. Or once you're done with nursing school, the test that you need to go out and be a nurse. Okay? Easy to get an A. Hey, you want an A in this class? It's easy. About 99% of all students get an A in this class. You want to know which ones don't? They miss 38 days. Yeah, but I love your class. No, you don't. You missed 38 times. Yeah, but let's make it easier for math. Let's go 39 times. You missed 13 weeks of this class and each Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and you think you should pass? Tell you what, I'll give you a C. Oh. You don't want a C from this class, though. Okay? So, pretty straightforward. I've told you how to get through this class real easy. A lot of you have come to me and oh, this is an easy class. It's the easiest A you can earn as long as you attend. Okay? So, I'm going to pass out this sheet. If your name's not on the sheet, because I know some of you brought friends, Just print your name and then go see your counselor saying, dude, I want to add that class. If you don't want to add this class, that's okay. I mean, I'd love to have you in here. More people, the better. We can have like 170-something people in here. So, circle your name, and if you need a pen, you got a pen. There's pens, so just circle the name. That's the only way I take attendance. Please just circle your name. Keep honest about it. Because unfortunately, those people who have this 39 times, sometimes they'll call in and say, hey, will you circle my name for me even though I'm not there? It's like, that's not honest. All right, lectures, different each day. My friends, this is the most important thing that I'm going to say because I don't want to put anybody, including myself, in an uncomfortable situation. I will email the Thursday prior to any week through Schoology, and it goes to your parents and it goes to you. And I will tell you what topics are being spoken about. Okay? You're going to see Nurse Laura Tun come in. She's a labor and delivery nurse. You will see how life comes into the world two different ways. Vaginally, which is normal, and then through medicine, a cesarean section. You will see it. When you go to the cadaver lab, which we have, you're going to see a male cadaver and a female cadaver. If you don't know what a cadaver is, it is somebody who has passed away, who has donated their body to science, who said, learn from me. I might no longer be with you, but learn from me. Look at my heart. Look at my lungs. Hold my liver. Oh, you will also see the male and female organs that are at the top of the legs, below the stomach. Figure out what I'm talking about? Okay? You don't have to take notes on my class. I really just want you to listen. I want you to hear. Now, you have no idea what might come in that might be like, oh my gosh, I need to do that. And there might be, I'm going to be honest, there's going to be some of you sometimes where it's like, oh my gosh, I've watched grass grow faster. Okay, I really did a nice job in trying to get the most dynamic people who are here for kids. They're here to do what's best for kids. They're here to present. Now, do me a favor. Get your cell phones out real quick for me. I'm going to give you my cell number, okay? Not because I need you to send me funny memes or anything like that, okay? But there's going to be some uncomfortable topics, and the medical professional will happy to answer questions. I have a urologist coming in a few weeks. His name's Dr. Weiss. He talks about robotic surgery. It's really cool. He talks about how his whole being a doctor or urology, he gets to play a video game because he's doing robotic surgery. But he's going to talk about some things that people might feel uncomfortable with. And that's where my email that says, these are the topics you will see. If there's ever a topic that you or your parents say, I don't know. Everything's medically based. But if there's ever a topic that you don't feel or your parents don't feel is appropriate for you, send me an email. I'll excuse you from the class. I was a little worried last year, or 3 years ago. Geez, life's going too quickly. I had an 18-year-old student, a Creek student, who took my class as a 17-year-old and then took my class as an 18-year-old. At age 17, she saw all the presentations. At age 18, parents didn't want to have her see anything from a gynecologist. That's the female's doctor. And I felt bad for her, going, wait, she already heard it. Parents wanted to opt her out, not to hear it. And I'm thinking, she's an 18-year-old. She should hear this, but I respect the fact. Basically, your points in this class, you get 400 points. I'll put 400 points in today. You miss my class, I take 10 points off. If you miss my class because it's a religious day, I don't know your religion. I'm sorry. But if you miss because of a religious day, I'm going to take 10 points off. Hang on, before you're like, wait, that's not fair. I understand. If you miss during a religious day and I took points off, just send me an email or send me a text. Now, I'm not going to save your information. No, it's like, oh, this is Jennifer. Cool, I got all my students' numbers. No, if you send me a text, I'm going to see your phone number. Please say, hey, it's Jennifer Smith from the medical class. Hey, just want to let you know I was observing this religious holiday on this particular day. Can I have my points back? Boom, I'll put it right back in. No big deal. Okay? I understand that. When it comes down to it, easy A. I told you how to go through the final. I told you how you're going to get some points. It's not bad. You only have Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You are allowed to eat in here. You have your cell phones out, yes? Ready? First number 7. Still with me? Did you find it? 720-273-8859. I will always put it up on the board over here. I don't have it up this morning, but I will have it up on the board in case you forget it. So 720-273-8859. So during some of those presentations where you might not want to ask the question to the medical staff member who's here, because it might be embarrassing. You're going to learn about herpes and gonorrhea and syphilis. And those are diseases you get by, doing stuff. And if you're like, I want to know a little bit more about this, but I'm not sure, then let me know. Okay, just send me a text. You're not, So let's move on because I know I have only about 13 minutes for our seniors. Cadaver Lab, we will have that starting Friday. I will bring the packets. I can only take 20 students at a time. Now, it's your responsibility of getting to where we have the Cadaver Lab. I'm not busing you. I cannot drive you. Okay? I can tell you that the light rail will get you there, but I'm not sure how fast the light rail will be to get you there because it's up at Red Rocks Community College. We had been doing it up at the Anschutz campus, but there was something called COVID. I'm not sure if you heard about it. And the medical campus doesn't want anybody who's not related to them on campus right now. So, hello, Mr. Critchett.
How are you?
I'm well. Okay, so you'll have to find your own information. The packet I give you is going to be a big packet. It's going to be a couple of dates. Okay, you have to figure out which date works best for you. I'll give you the dates here in a moment. But I don't want you to be stressed if all your friends are going on one and you're going on another. That's not a big deal. The Cadaver Lab is amazing. I'm going to actually show you a few pictures of cadaver labs. Okay? Yes, and I had permission from the anatomical board to have these pictures. Okay, so just a little bit. Lab's going to be about 3.5 hours. Okay? I need you between today and Friday, and I'll still bring the package next week as well. But September 20th, 21st, 27th, 28th, or 29th. One of those dates, I would say it would be wise to try and figure out if 2 of those dates work. That way, if September 20th is all full, all the packets are gone because I handed out 20 packets because I can only take 20 people. You don't want 21 in the lab. It's too busy. Okay, you will have to leave here at 2 o'clock. You have to provide your own transportation. Okay, you have to find your own way there. Okay, and again, I cannot give you rides. I will wait with you if we're up at Red Rocks, and you're like, oh, my dad's coming. Well, I'm not going to let you sit there alone. Okay, I am also a parent. I have 2 daughters. They're both in college now. But I would not want my son or daughter having to sit all by themselves in a foreign location waiting for a ride. I'll stay with you. Hopefully it gets there sooner than later. But at all costs, I cannot and I do not have permission to ever give you a ride. Okay? I apologize. So 20 for the lab. If you pick one of the days and you've signed up for one day, I can't have you switch. Because we're so tight on the amount of people to come. And again, you have to provide your own ride, and I got all the information. Questions for me, you don't have to text me. Just shout it out if you have anything for me so far. Anybody text me? Hey, oh jeez. Someone sent me an attachment as well. Don't get in trouble. It's first day of school. Uh-oh, is this a... Yeah, baby. That's funny. It was a guy dancing. All right, no questions. We're good so far? Okay, and again, if you come up with a question, you'll be like, oh my gosh, I have to do it the Friday. Come see me in the pit of the math department. My classroom's down there. You're welcome to always come into my class and ask me something. Doesn't matter if I'm teaching. All right, hey, let's get some cadaver stuff. So this is, underneath here is a brain. Well, then we got permission. Hey, this is actually a human brain. Here's a human brain. You're going to hear from Morgan. This is Morgan with the Superman shirt on, or Superwoman shirt. I'm not sure which one to. Morgan is the only student I have had in my entire career who took the class all 3 years. She took it her sophomore year. She's the only person I gave permission as a sophomore to take the class. The only reason was I knew her family, and her older sister, Courtney, was in the class. So she took it her sophomore, junior, and senior year. Morgan's going to talk to you all on Friday. She's a nurse. She's an incredible person. Morgan is the toughest person I have ever met in my career. The reason I said that, she played rugby in high school. She broke her femur here in a rugby game. She's laughing about it. Look, my legs go the wrong way. Ooh, everyone else will be like, ooh. So she's a nurse. You're going to hear from her Friday. She's an incredible individual. Underneath this is called a humidor, and there is a human body in there, and this is Cadaver Lab. Hey, this is what it looks like if you cut all the way the skin and all the fat, and you flip the cadaver upside down, you want to look at their back. Well, we're going into the spinal cord. Okay, any pictures? You know, it's kind of somewhat strange about this class. This is one of the few classes that you will actually see some of your classmates pass out in. I kid you not. If you ever feel like, oh, I don't feel good, I feel dizzy, okay, my vision's closing in, you know what the best thing not to do is? Stand up. Because usually this is what you'll look like if you're going to pass out. You get this glazed look, and you start walking like this. And it's like, wow, that's a new dance. I don't hear a beat, but they got something good. Oh, wait, they're going to pass out. So if you ever feel, oh boy, I don't feel good, stay seated. If you really start to feel bad, get yourself to the floor. Okay? It's a natural response. I had one orthopedic surgeon years ago. He no longer practices. He's now retired. His name is Dr. David Oster. I had 8 students pass out during his presentation alone. It was amazing. It was like, and this is what it sounds like usually when someone passes out, you hear, oh. And also it's like, and this is when I was at Chaparral. I had a girl who was kind of sitting front and center. Boom! So on. Hey, her name was Reagan. Reagan, you okay? Kid, this is back before iPhones. Kid's like, should I call 911? The comment made by Dr. Baker, because he showed up to almost every presentation, said, I am a doctor. Once Reagan passed out, 7 more went down. I mean, it was like, boom, boom, boom. Wow. Dr. Oster's like, should I keep going? I'm like, oh yeah! We got this. Hey! I probably shouldn't say this, but you can handle a little. Can you handle a little sarcasm? Yes. Once somebody who works for the federal government passes away and they open up their head, that's where they just don't mind. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. My dad's a senator. I'm sorry. I have sarcasm. Now, this is what it looks like after you remove the brain. Here's a meninge, which is a nice tendon. There's your spinal cord, pituitary glands, optic nerves, and this. The wild thing about the inside of the skull, once you've extracted the brain, everybody looks different. I've seen this as rigid as the Rockies. I've seen it as smooth as glass as well. There's no rhyme or reason. How's yours? I don't know.
I think we should pick a student and decide.
Okay, you can use me. I'm always the guinea pig. Anyone know what that is?
Spine?
That's the spinal cord. Once you remove it from the actual bone structure. Pretty cool, huh? That's Lisa Jordan. She's actually a physician assistant and lives in Dallas. All right, medical pictures. You will see male and female body parts. Oh no, not in the medical class. Can't see that. You're going to see all kinds of diseases on different parts of the body. You're going to hear terminology. You're going to hear the word penis. You're going to hear the word vagina. Oh no, we can't hear these words. It's medicine. You will hear it. So each Thursday, I'm going to send you again an email to you and your parents about what you're going to hear or see, the topics that week. Again, if it's something that is uncomfortable for any situation, I won't make fun of you. I won't call you names. I might talk about you in a few years, but hey, that's okay. You're already out of here. Yeah. So that's that. Be sure your PowerSchool is all up to date. If you send me something from Gmail, I'm not legally bound to email you back. It has to be at Cherry Creek Schools. If your parents' email is not on Schoology, or not on Schoology, PowerSchool, excuse me, I'm legally not allowed to email them, or if they call me from a number that's not associated with it, I'm not legally allowed to call them. It has to be updated on PowerSchool. That's for the protection of kids. That's not for the inconvenience of parents, I can assure you. I think you're all Cherry Creek students. Hey, if we have a snow day, and there's one day, a Wednesday, that we have a testing day that we won't have class, but I'll tell you, don't worry. But if there's a snow day or a delayed start, you don't have to text me. If you're watching the news and you're like, or you got a little alert, or the rotodialer came back, if we don't have class, and it came over all of the networks, you don't have to text me and say, hey, we got class today? No, they just sent out a mass text. They sent out an email saying it's snow day. There's 3.5 feet of snow out there. We don't have class. I do have videos I can post. You don't have to watch it. There is one video I will post from a former student who is this is her third year of medical school. Her name's Jody. She was one of the POMs here at Creek. And she has an incredible presentation, no blood or guts, but just about what she did in college to prepare herself for medical school. And so it's something I'll post later. Final exam, I already told you about this. Finals were 20%. We have some sponsors. My friends, on Schoology, there is a place to pay for the $40 fee. 30 of that goes to the cadaver lab. 10 of it, I buy a small little gift for all of the medical staff to come in. This year, y'all might want to come to me and say, hey, I want that too. Okay, I'll charge you $10, an extra $10 for it. It's a little stocking cap. You don't need it today because it's kind of hot. It says Cherry Creek on it, or it says CC, our CC logo with a stethoscope. I think it looks cool. So I'm all about branding. I used to give out water bottles, and after people are coming in and going, okay, this is like the 19th one you've given me, Chris. So I changed it. Changed it to a different type. All right, 26-year math teacher. Anyone speak Latin? Let me translate for you. Even the dead will teach. This is in the cadaver lab. All right. She is a nurse who works at Disney World. Took this class. Morgan, nurse, works here. Brittany works for a funeral home. Jenny is a nurse that works back in Boston. She actually flew out last year to speak during the class. Kiana is the physical trainer, one of the physical trainers for the Avalanche. I guess they won something this summer, but I'm not sure. Let's see, Brooke. I don't know what these two are doing. I don't know what these two are doing. Brooke is also a nurse. Brooke should also speak. She also lives in Connecticut, but I think she's coming. She said she'd be happy to come back and speak. My dad and husband. So this is May, many years ago. She's a freshman at Purdue. This is Leah. She is a junior at Nebraska. That's me. That's my wife. My wife is a professor of chemistry for CU, for their engineering school. So we got a lot of teachers. Yeah, I'm a rock star wannabe. Yeah, I got to meet my favorite band, Kiss. I had a student of mine get me second row backstage meet and greet. It was awesome. Yeah, the Bruins brothers are still here. We got a song we're already preparing. Yeah, you got Matishek there, you got Mr. Barrett, that's Mr. Knox there, but it's usually going to be Mr. Peterson, Mr. Libby, Mr. DeGaitis, who's now at CCIC, and Mr. Mimak. And then I even got Patovic up on stage singing with us. And Mr. Gilbert was playing guitar. So, pretty easy, pretty simple, yes? I mean, you're going to have questions. Ask me. Come by, see me, text me. Okay, again, that $40 fee, that $40 fee, it's on Schoology. I need you to pay for it, please. If it's a financial problem, come talk to me individually. Don't grandstand in front of everybody saying, I can't pay. No, let me know. Okay? But that $40 fee, you have to have that fee paid before you go to the cadaver lab. Okay, it's on Schoology. That's that RevTrek. I think we've used it like once or twice. You are welcome to join us on Facebook, but you're like, dude, Facebook? Why don't you have a TikTok? All right, sorry, I'm not up with the times. And in closing, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I told you how to earn an A. The fee. Friends, if you have questions, come talk to me. If not, go have a great day. Did everybody sign in? Where'd that sign-in sheet go? If you didn't sign in, it's going to be on that back counter. Sound like a deal? See you Friday. Be here 7 a.m., please.